The city of Bowling Green prides itself on being an equal opportunity employer. The city strives to create a workforce that reflects the diversity of the citizens it serves. In this edition of Spotlight on Bowling Green, we'll take a closer look at the Workforce Recruitment and Outreach Committee and how it's helping the city achieve these goals.
One of the goals of city government here in Bowling Green is the idea of having a workforce that demographically represents the community. We call that planned proportionality. For example, if 14% of our community is African American, it's our goal to have a workforce that has approximately 14% African American in it. Right now, our workforce is about 8%, so there is effort that needs to be made not only with African American employees, but with all protected class employees across the city.
First of all, definition of diversity is very, very important. Diversity in the workplace, a lot of individual things, how we can find differences between people. But this is really an easy way to call diversity. But when you look at diversity in reference to race, gender, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, then it gets a little complicated. I believe diversity means inclusion. Whenever you include people, you have a teamwork. You will be able to have different ideas, different attitude, and whenever an organization addresses diversity in the workplace, that will be a successful organization.
As a minority, it's important for me to see people who are like me. I understand that I'm exposed to other viewpoints, and it helps me think through issues differently and understand things differently. For example, in Bowling Green, we have a pretty solid Bosnian population. And if we have individuals who work within the city who are Bosnian, they can provide insights, cultural insights or religious insights or social insights that help the city navigate any issues that might be occurring in any neighborhood.
By being able to relate to someone similar background or similar culture, that gives them a sense of comfort.
In 2015, the city created the Workforce Recruitment and Outreach Committee to guide and advise them on achieving its recruitment goals.
We decided to form it because we feel it's an efficient and fair way to achieve proportionality. If you want to have people of color to work with you in the city, you need to ask people to participate in that process. The Workforce Recruitment and Outreach Committee is a partnership that the city has with its own community. We have 7 individuals on the committee. It's consisted of 4 men and 3 women. 4 men, 3 of which are African American, 1 a Hispanic, international citizen, and a white female who makes up the committee.
The Board of Commissioners approved the 7 individuals who live in the city of Bowling Green. And those individuals have a charge of helping the city to comply with equal employment opportunity.
And we've taken some measures to evaluate the process by which the city hires individuals to make sure that it's equitable, that there aren't some hurdles there that are inadvertently disqualifying individuals who would otherwise be qualified for a position.
One of the key roles of the Workforce Recruitment and Outreach Committee is to work with the Human Resources Department in developing policies and procedures. They also work to improve outreach methods to inform more minorities of job opportunities.
And they meet monthly to go over our processes. They also sit in on interviews, oral interviews, and they help us to achieve a more diverse workforce. For example, this month they'll be working on looking at what type of advertisement should we be using in the future to try to attract more persons of color.
One of the accomplishments that comes to mind is what happened within the police department and the hiring process. There was a written component as part of the evaluation process for the hiring within the police department. In conversation with the chief of police and the members of the committee, decided to take out that written portion to see if we could perhaps get a larger pool of individuals. And in fact, that is something that did happen. We had equally qualified people for the position who simply were having trouble with the written component. And so we saw some increase in minority applications for the police department.
The future goals for the committee is to continue the outreach program to reach out not just to citizens here in Bowling Green and Warren County, but also throughout the United States to show that Bowling Green is a very diverse city in their recruitment. They want to bring in many different nationalities all across the United States, not just here in Bowling Green, but we want to continue to help make this a well-rounded community here in Bowling Green like it is. You know, I teach at the high school and there's 30 plus different nationalities at the school, and we want everybody to feel that they have a part here in the city of Bowling Green.
It is very important for the committee to recruit individuals who are minorities and work with the Human Resource City of Bowling Green.
What we have done specifically in HR is we have broadened our advertisements for jobs. I send out recruitment announcements to key people within the community, and in turn, I hope that they would send us qualified applicants and encourage them to apply within our organization. Another thing more specifically, maybe so to public safety, is that we still use traditional newspaper ads locally and around the region, but we've also expanded our outreach to include television, internet websites. We've also done targeted recruitment in that by using internet radio and popular radio stations in a few metropolitan areas around Kentucky and Tennessee and Atlanta, we can target more so to diverse communities that they can hear our ads that we're accepting applications for fire, police, and make them aware that they can submit their applications that way. By using internet radio, they can pinpoint, if we give them the area and the demographics, age groups, and everything that we want to target. Also, we have done specific advertisements in Hispanic newspapers, Hispanic radio. We also do television advertisements as well, little short video commercial snips. To WBKO, Job Watch. We want to saturate the market with our job advertisements to include everybody, but in hopes that specific demographics will apply. The ROC Committee also assists the city in getting the word out that we're an employer of choice. When you are employed here, it's a good place to work. We have a good environment. People tend to stay here. We don't have a high turnover rate. When you're employed by the city, you tend to retire here.
The Workforce Recruitment and Outreach Committee also makes it a goal to reach out to students in order to recruit future generations of public safety employees.
We have short-term goals and long-term goals. Our short-term goals basically just try to involve the police to be part of the children, middle school, high school activities.
So we're kind of planting the seeds in elementary, junior high, high school students to hopefully when they reach the minimum requirements for the specific position that they want, they will apply for it.
My feeling that the police department do an excellent job with so many projects. However, we want to take those projects and put them in writing, try to expand on those projects because they're doing an excellent job to begin with.
The committee is coming up with some smaller events that the city can participate in, that we can showcase what we offer in the city, job opportunities. There is the idea that if you understand how the city works, sort of to peel it back so that you understand that it's not such a mystery that I can work there.
I've been around Bowling Green for a pretty long time, and I know a lot of different people. I've been around a lot of different people at the high school for 18 years. I think that me knowing the younger people and what they want to do will help out in recruiting the younger generation that does not want to pursue firefighter, police. as for when I was a little kid growing up.
I realize that often people are distrustful of government in general, and I am just as guilty of that. And having worked within the committee and getting to know people and seeing where they're coming from, and the progress is slow. It doesn't always happen overnight. And I'll be honest, I was unsure of how I would feel about things. But as I've seen, and I've met Chief of Police and Mr. DeFebo and realized that they are coming from a good place. And I think we need to do a better job to showcase that, the really good work that the police department, the fire department, and the city does here locally. And I don't think enough people know that.
A diverse workforce is value added. I don't think any of us want to have a workforce that all looks the same. If you have people from different backgrounds and different perspectives, in my opinion, they bring added value and contribute to the overall nature of the organization and make it more and effective to the people we serve.
For more information about this or any other Spotlight on Bowling Green program, contact City Hall at 270-393-3000.